like this.
Over there.
But then when you read, what R. Huber, what's his name? But you want to talk about Tom Cruise? Yeah, you want to talk about Tom Cruise and shit. You want to talk about
here's now
Jackie Chan doing his.
Are we on? We on right now?
Yeah,
Rush
we on
hour.
finally. Yeah. I don't know what was wrong with StreamYard. It was doing something weird. You know what I'm saying? It was doing something weird. I gotta send this thing to Trap now.
Shit. StreamYard was on a holiday. It was Memorial. They was off.
Nah, I had to open up a whole new link, like a new everything to make it work. Now I gotta send it to Trap because I know Trap like, where everybody at?
We the only ones working on today.
Let me send this to Trap. Yeah, it probably seemed like it.
Walmart closed. Everybody closed.
Walmart?
No, it's being extreme. God damn. You gonna really have me lie. You're gonna have me say a Whopper.
I really thought I gotta go to Walmart. That's why I was like, what? Even though I was boycotting Walmart.
Hit them like buttons, man. It's gonna be a little slow because we had to switch over.
Boycotting Walmart.
I'm supposed to be.
For what?
It's impossible.
This link.
For what?
So now go ahead. Let's get back to that conversation you was having.
Why you boycotting Walmart?
Wait, hold on. What conversation? Talking about the
Chauvinist conversation.
Oh yeah. So I've been I've heard from some women that we come across as chauvinists. We have chauvinistic point of views on this show sometimes.
Yes.
So I'll just kind of, so like I said, I don't watch the stream that I don't play back the stream that much. I do go back at time and time here and there, but I had to go back and listen to some of our views and points, some of the stuff we talk about when it comes to women. And I don't think we come across chauvinist at all. I think the problem is Glass. Every time I do this, because I'm about to say Glass has got a point, and Glass has a point about accountability and women. I feel like we come across. Sometimes I come across as holding women accountable, and it gets looked at as a chauvinistic point of view. But I see why Glasses might say don't hold them accountable because
you can't win.
You can't win. So at the end of the day, I don't know. And then you made a good point about Glasses' views on the Diddy case. I think it might be all our views at this point.
Yeah. Go ahead, throw me in.
On the Diddy case, maybe people might think that's chauvinistic because he thinks that Diddy is being, like I said, from what I get from Glasses, I think he thinks Diddy might be being overcharged, or being held to too high of a standard on some of these charges. And I don't think that Glasses think that R. Kelly or Diddy are innocent of any wrongdoing at all, but
they got tape.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think he thinks that. I just think that he thinks that as Black people, we gotta make them do us how they do the white people when they get in the system.
Just be fair.
Just be fair.
So I think what it is naturally everybody is like, oh, Diddy kicked Cassie ass. And it's a videotape of it. Right? But that actually is a crime, right? And they have a charge and a sentence for that crime. If Diddy was being charged and sentenced to that crime, I would have nothing to say. It's on tape. when we talk about Tory Lanez, like I don't feel the need to screen Tory Lanez, and it's a lot of people that feel like, you know, I thought they did it, like they pretty much played it fair. They gave him the most fairest charges. They didn't trump up a single charge. They didn't try to hit him with assault with a deadly weapon, attempted murder. It was all these very basic charges. So that's why I didn't get in on it. Once they did their thing, I have nothing to say. Right? I have nothing to say. My issue with Diddy is, and my issue pretty much at this point with the world is, there's a false sense of morality that's just everybody is parading around. You know what I mean? They parading around. And it's the thing on social media. Like, if we've never been in a more copycat world, right now we're in the world is more copycat than it's ever been before. Like, it's almost ridiculous how copycat the world is. And it's also scary because it can form a lynch mob a lot faster than it ever did before.
Facts.
So where people feel like on Twitter per se that I'm defending Diddy, it's like I'm not. Like I keep telling them, like, show me where I'm defending Diddy. Like I'm not talking about Kid Cudi to defend Diddy. If Cudi was, if Puff was in jail for burning Cudi's car up, I wouldn't say nothing. He'd be fighting his own charge. I wouldn't have nothing to say. I didn't have nothing to say with Tory. I don't have nothing to say with anybody fighting a fair charge. Fight your own charge, nigga. Nobody said nothing when I fought mine. Fair, right? The issue is people thinking that I'm saying this because I want Diddy to get out of jail. I don't give two fucks whether Diddy get out of jail or not. Obviously, I would like no brother to be in jail, but I am in this society, so I understand why that has to happen. So I have nothing to say about it. Like, I don't have shit to say. But if you were charging Puff with kicking Cassie ass, I wouldn't say nothing. But if you want me to believe he's John Gotti because he kicked Cassie ass, or he should be punished like John Gotti because he kicked Cudi, you know, he kicked Cassie ass, that's when I have a problem. So it's really simple, but people make it hard. Like, my issue with Cudi specifically is not because of Puff. My issue is that I didn't have no issue. Really, my thing was, when I made that tweet, I was joking with Trap. I was telling Trap, we had this conversation Friday. I was telling Trap, I said, man, Kid Cudi, Travis Scott, Uzi, what's the little weirdo kid from Atlanta?
Playboy Cardi,
right? I said they're rock stars. They make rock music, modern rock music. That's where that statement came from. So even when I tweeted to Cudi, will he keep it hip hop? There's no way to truly keep it hip hop. It doesn't mean anything. Does that make sense? It doesn't mean anything. Keeping it hip hop doesn't mean anything in that context. Hip hop is the artistic expression of street urban culture. It's not about street or urban, right? So it was really me, because we had been sharing on Twitter, right? This same conversation. So I was joking with, it was a public joke. But as people started hitting me and telling me, different things. Oh, well, Kid Cudi's not a street nigga. He's not this. He's a civilian. And I'm like, oh, if somebody tried to kill me, and I'm like, nobody tried to kill him. Now we start dealing with the facts, and that become my problem. I'm going to deal with the facts. I'm not going to argue your emotions. So the facts is he didn't try to kill him. He went to his house to fight him because he was fucking a girl that he introduced him to. You could keep acting like, oh, well, he thought they broke up. No, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. You knew that he introduced you to this lady, and this was his lady. So whatever they got going on, once he introduced you as a man, the masculine thing to do is you understand that this nigga really must fuck with this bitch. If you introduced me to a woman, King, I wouldn't talk to her. I don't care where y'all standing was. If you introduced her to me as your girl and I knew she was your girl, I just wouldn't. So when he come to your house to kick your ass, and then you not coming back because you realize he's some shit, he burned your fucking car up, I will hope you be accountable and understand where y'all at in that relationship. It's not he tried to kill you. You know what I mean? So I'm not defending Diddy. At this point, I'm attacking Cudi's morality and integrity. So, but it's not to defend Diddy. I don't give two fucks what happened to Diddy outside of him being charged with trumped up charges. If they charged him and they gave him 10 years for having the guns in his house with the scratched off serial number, I wouldn't say one thing.
Bring that definition back.
I wouldn't say one thing. You feel me? I wouldn't say one fucking thing. But as the conversation started going, people kept mentioning to me he's a civilian. And I realized what it is. So it's odd that today is Memorial Day, right? Because I think this is the issue. People hear the term civilian and they think that gang members are the only people that's not in the civilian lifestyle. That term in the streets or in real life application outside of the military is in reference to anybody not in the world or the underworld of crime. There are some police who aren't civilians. There are some people that if you make, so as I read the conversation or read people's comments, right? They say, oh, Cudi's not a street nigga or he's not a gangster. Cudi is in a system. He's in a system, king, of a drug dealer and a drug fiend. He's a part of that, situation, like a flocker in a fence, a person who burglarizes houses and a person that sells it off to make a profit. No different than a prostitute and a John, right? A prostitute and a John does the same thing. You feel me? And I still haven't never called Cudi a snitch because he's not avoiding accountability for anything. But I'm saying I'm frowning on it because he's avoiding accountability as a man. Like, nigga, why would you get up there and try to incriminate this nigga knowing you fucked his old lady? The nigga told you it was his old lady. You still hung out with her anyway.
I got it. What you just said. Male chauvinist, new term with the definition of male chauvinist is any man that holds anybody accountable.
That's male chauvinist?
That's the new terms because when you try to hold people accountable, they also you get all this resistance. You become all this and that.
Accountability. It's just
good,
Twitter is 140 characters.
Twitter
is 140 characters. Every last person who tweeted me that disagreed, if I had this conversation, right, they would agree with me. If we have a conversation, they would agree with me because they'd understand. But because there's this bullshit sense of looking right, like people feel like if you say, hey, R. Kelly shouldn't be in jail for 35 years, he should be in jail to 715. People feel like, oh, somebody might think that they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So then they like Glasses defending R. Kelly. No, I'm not. I'm saying R. Kelly should get fair treatment. He shouldn't be charged with a RICO. I don't care how heinous a crime is. It should fit the punishment and it should fit the law.
Mm-hmm.
Don't trump the law for black people. You got enough raggedy people in y'all own shit that y'all can trump the law for and then change the precedents. You're not doing it for them. No Ceilings Allowed, lunch hour every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Pacific Standard Time on Digital Soapbox. Click the thumbs up button. Let everybody know you're in the house. Sorry for the delay. We had to open up a whole new portal. Something was wrong with the first portal. But we here anyway. Feel me? On Memorial Day. You know what I mean? Doing the thing.
Was that Trap?
Yeah, that's Trap.
It was good, Trap.
What's up, Trap?
We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast, dropping a fresh episode tomorrow. That should be really good. You can listen to the last one, First Rule, which is not holding women accountable. You know what I'm saying? You can listen to that podcast. It's a link in the YouTube description, or you can head over to iHeart.com or iHeart Podcast, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast from. Feel me? No Ceilings podcast, executive produced by Charlamagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. We're gonna get this thing started. Shout out to Revenge. Diddy got off light, but Cudi is a customer who feels bad and never want to go to jail again. There's no code for him, but to hope he don't get caught buying drugs. That's not how it works. Like,
Diddy got off easy.
Well, that's not how it works. I get the problem. Like, a fiend is held to the same standards. A addict is held to the same standards.
So, you know what I mean? You ever seen them do like a drug sting? Where they were, where like when you come in they was locking up the people that was coming up by drugs, not the drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? You could get that's a criminal act of doing that. You know what I'm saying? With the purchasing drugs.
And if you constantly buying drugs, right? And shout out to Lava Girl. I get what you're saying, Lava. She's saying because he was subpoenaed. Cudi kept it quiet for like 10 plus years, 20 years.
So he was
just trying to paint a picture, huh?
So he was subpoenaed.
He could still keep it quiet.
He was, but so what happened in that case was. What happened in that case specifically is when they built the case off of Cassie's civil lawsuit. So then they go to question everybody to find out details and to see what evidence they can gather. That's how they built that whole case. They went to visit Cudi and Cudi told them what happened. Don't get me wrong, they were informed of what happened when they came to talk to Cudi, but they went to him to get the full story
verify
and details. That was the first mistake. He didn't have to verify it, right? But he did it anyway, right? Part 2 was you go to that court. You can say you forgot. Hey, I don't remember. Like, you can do that. It's not against the law. I mean, you can do that. But that's because as a man, this ain't about street code. This is about man shit. Why wouldn't he lie with girls? Because he fucked his girl after he introduced him to him. Like, if I kicked your ass because you slept with my girl, right? If I beat your ass as a man, you probably shouldn't call the police because you had it coming. That's
where you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it like that.
That's how you have to look at it.
Would it have been cool if Puffy ran up on him, beat his ass, and then he ran to the police? It wouldn't have been cool either to do that shit either, though. You know what I'm saying? That'd have been something.
It'd have been more understandable.
No, it wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have understood that more, King. I wouldn't have understood that more.
Yeah.
Nah. Why? Because he caused bodily harm to him?
But I think that was what Puffy was trying to do.
Well, he went to his house to wait on him, right? He went to his house to wait on him. Cudi was pumped up. He wanted to get cracking, but he didn't go.
Okay, Cudi act like he wanted to.
Yeah, but then he probably called Cass, and Cass said, "You better not fuck with him." So he didn't go home. So they burnt his car up because he wouldn't come home. They called in the transcript. He said he called him. He was like, "Where you at?" He's like, "I'm at your house waiting on you." And then when he realized he wasn't coming, that's when they cut the roof and the shit and burnt his car.
Okay, but this is okay. So if I have to say something, one of the things I did not like that Puffy did do, other than open up them damn goddamn presents, if you're gonna go do that, and I don't know, like I don't know for sure, but did Puffy have dudes with him? Did he bring guys with him?
We don't know.
I think he had at least one person.
We don't know.
Or allegedly,
no, we don't allegedly because there's no cameras. There was no cameras. It was not. This is all hearsay. This is all assumption. They're assuming this right now because no cameras saw him there. He's assuming this right now.
Because if allegedly Puffy brought guys with him, then I could kind of see Kid Cudi might not want to go out there and try to fight now.
I'm not upset at either or. I'm saying, okay, so there's this street rule that people keep saying that's not really a street rule. It's a man rule, right? This is all outlaws have this rule. Cowboys have this rule. All these have some rules, right? So that's a standard man rule. The issue with Cudi, the reason Puff did this to him, because you fucked my girl after I introduced you to her to do some songs. Yes, she could have told you we not together. 2, you could have called me an ass, but you got to understand at that point, there's going to be emotions. There's going to be a million questions. We all know this is men. We know how this works.
But as a man,
glasses. Yeah. You calling a nigga asking if he fucking his bitch too?
No, I'm not calling him. I'm gonna act like I'm gonna act like it's happened anyway. But again, it's different. Like Papoose and Remy just went through this thing last week for the same thing. Shout out to Name Brand who makes a great point. Shout out to everybody at the lunch table, man. Let me go through that. I'm sorry. Fats, what's up? P, what's the deal? Red Rose, OBA, what's happening? Revenge, what's up, man? We're gonna get to a joke. Lava, what's happening? Fatima, hey. Moses, what's the deal? He didn't blow up the car. He burnt the car up.
Just a little, not really.
It didn't blow up. It wasn't a bomb.
The grill wasn't fully turned on like that. It just
just burnt the driver's side of the car because it caught the fire. It wasn't a car bomb.
Arson.
Yeah. It was
arson.
I get the narrative, but this is the facts in the transcript. So regardless, I think, yes, I could call Puff a tender dick nigga, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
Cudi knew that this was this nigga broad. He knew that they was dating. He knew they had been on red carpets. He knew it. He didn't care. So then he learned the first time. He learned exactly why you need to care. So my problem is, as a man, you're being held accountable. It don't matter exactly whatever. Like, we could argue about Cassie. We could argue about a million things. I'm just saying it don't make no difference. Cudi knew the fucking what was happening. Like, if you introduce me to your lady, I don't care if you break up with her later, feel me, I'm not gonna talk to her unless I came and talked to you. Facts. That's a standard man rule. If you introduce me to a lady, I'm not, and you like, man, it's my girl, I'm not gonna talk to her. I'm not even gonna talk to her. Now, if I see you with a girl and I kind of know you messing with her, I'm gonna come talk to you. If you told me it was your girl, I'm not even going to talk to her.
Yeah, but like I said, I agree with that. But this is a side question, and this is asking all y'all, because we talking about man rules. So and this ain't got shit to do with Diddy. I'm just asking y'all. So if y'all find out one of your homeboys or an associates or whatever is fucking one of y'all girls or your girl or whatever, do you, when you go check them, or if that's the way y'all gonna go, do you go by yourself or do you go with
solo?
As a man, do you go with homies or do you go by yourself?
I might go with the Roscoe. I might have the Roscoe on me, but I'm going solo though.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? I'm going solo.
Be next. I wouldn't even go because I'll just deal with my woman first. About what she doing.
What if it was a friend?
But when I see him, we wouldn't be friends no more. Like, wouldn't be cool. We wouldn't have the same. Nah, nigga, you fuck my old girl or my girl. Period.
So y'all never get down at all. You just talk to him
unless he disrespected me like verbally to me. He fucked my girl. I blame that on her. Cause
I'm like that too though. That's a fact.
I blame her.
I don't blame the dude. I don't blame the dude in that situation.
I should know what my friend do.
Okay. What about you, G?
Yeah, I'm shooting both of them.
Okay, so because I'm kind of like that too. So my thing is, yeah, for sure, it's your girl. Your girl got a problem. Like, she shouldn't have done it. But if this is my girl, not some side chick or some girl I don't really mess with that much or whatever, and you knocked her down, I don't get mad at her. But as you get older, you start getting women in your life that you look at as like, this is my. And if one of my homeboys knock her down, I'm with G. She got a problem with me too. But my homeboy definitely, and I'm going solo dolo because that's how I roll. Like, I'm not taking nobody with me. Like, I'm with Trap. I might got something on me or something like that. But I'm saying, hey, I'm putting this down. If you with it, I'm putting this down. We could just handle this like men. But that's my thing. I was just trying to see what y'all felt about.
Coach, let me ask you this.
I don't fight over girls like
what
that.
What homies will roll with you when you say, I'm about to go fuck this nigga up right now, B? This nigga fucking my girl.
I got a lot of homies.
Yeah,
I'm not
what
fighting
homie
over
gonna roll with you in that situation,
like
B?
that.
A lot of my homies would, to be honest.
You got to disrespect my girl.
You said they would?
King, so my thing is, I said all my homies would go still. They wouldn't care.
I wouldn't even tell my homies that shit, B. That's crazy.
But the thing is, King, to your point, he disrespected me when he fucked my girl. He not even getting a fight.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna go to that extremes because you fucked a girl.
I'm going right to 12.
Nah, see, I'm not gonna go straight to 12, but
I'm not going.
Like, I gotta, because me personally, I'm more of I don't like guns that much. Like, guns is a necessity to me because of the world we live in. I would rather, and I don't like to fight no more, but I would rather, that would be my go-to. Like, I'd rather,
fight. Yeah,
because to me, it's more personal. Like, if you disrespect me, I gotta be personal with you now. Now I gotta physically destroy you. Like, that's just me. But I do think that if I did have an issue with anything that happened, maybe if like Glasses said, he got a bunch of homies that would want to roll with him. I got some homies that would want to roll with me too, but I'll tell them like, nah, man, this ain't the one.
I'm not telling none of my homies, yo, I'm about to go fuck this nigga up right now. Nigga fucking my bitch. Homie gonna get me like, what? Nigga, let that bitch go. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? You about to go? My homie's gonna talk me out of this shit, B. On some real shit. That's a dolo mission right there, B. That's a solo dolo mission.
Like, they not talking nobody out of nothing.
I don't know about that.
I had to get rid of some homies that I noticed that wasn't even, they only with the friction.
Yo, so look, right?
They only went to 12. Only go to 12.
Yeah, don't
know nothing but 12.
Yeah.
I said, I feel like
ADHD, right?
I know somebody like that.
The other day, right?
Like, this is something I wouldn't tell G at all. Like,
they're gonna kill her in him.
Situation. Like, hey man, I had to go beat this dude up. When? Who? Where?
So like, we up in ADHD the other day, right? We talked. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah. What you say?
So we up in there. We talking about this situation right here, right? So I go, yo. Yeah, that's a situation when nigga call the dude up talking about, nigga, you want to die for this pussy? So somebody, I ain't gonna say his name, but somebody will go, yeah, I ain't never called nobody up and say that before. I said, hell no, I ain't never called out nobody up and say no shit like that, nigga. The hell you talking about? Somebody told me you want to die for this pussy. I said, hell no. He said, I did. I said, man, you crazy, B. Nah, I ain't never do that one.
It's not about that. Like, it ain't really the pussy. It's because you thought you could take something that was mine. And I don't feel that. So I'm going to do something to you. I'm going to escalate it. You went past that.
But for me, it's the disrespect.
That's all it is.
I don't even feel like, because I don't feel like the woman is mine. If she go fuck another dude, she not mine. I was fooled. She tricked me. But it's the disrespect by the homie. Like, you know what we were. You know, because if a girl is if I look at her like she's with me, then everybody know that I look at her like that.
If I introduce you to this is my girl, and you sleep with my girl, I'm going to shoot you.
But what if she threw the pussy at him though?
That's cool.
But what if he didn't make first move when she threw the pussy at him?
Cool.
Gotta have some dick discipline.
That's cool.
Okay. Right.
If I leave my keys in my car,
rules.
if I leave my keys in my car, don't drive my car. It's not your car. Simple.
That's not the same. That's not the same. That's not the same.
It is because you.
Yeah, that's not the same.
It's the same in the sense.
It is kind of the same. I
No,
understand that. It is kind of the same.
Your girl can't be the same.
It is.
No,
People
it's not
love
the
their
same.
cars, but they
She
love their
love cars,
girls.
so I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, it's the
No.
same.
If your car is hit and your car tells me, come drive me, you gonna be still mad at me then?
Yes. It's not. Yes, it's not your car.
That's I like
it's
that.
not
I
your
like
Your
that
car
trap.
just told me to come drive
The
him.
door could be open and the
Yeah,
car.
I
like that trap.
Get in, trap.
Kid just told me come
You gotta
drive.
think to yourself, like, you know what? This is Glass's car. I am not going to drive it.
Oh, he got
Kid
you
told me
again
come
there,
drive.
Trap. You had him, but he got you
It's
back.
my
Yeah,
car.
I know.
Girl is mine. I
You
don't
had
care.
him, Trap.
I don't
I know.
care if you saw and I introduced her to you as my girl. You knew she was my girl. It's mine.
Okay,
I don't
so
give a fuck how much pussy she try to throw at you. You better be thinking to yourself, like,
Yeah.
you know what? This is Glass's
Yeah.
bitch. It should not be worth the bullet that's gonna come with it.
See, that's where I think Trap is, and me and Trap is looking at it differently. Is when you talk about killing the motherfucker and shit. Her, him,
motherfucker, for
all
sure
the
should get
witnesses
shot.
that's in the neighborhood.
You can shut it up better, but they're gonna get shot because
You
the
know?
level of you. Okay, let's be honest. It's all men here, right?
Yeah.
This is a chauvinistic conversation.
I'm about to say G set himself up for some more chauvinistic
Okay,
comics
okay.
here.
Why this gotta be
Comments.
holding accountability is chauvinist?
No, I'm just saying, like, he's talking about if the girl is mine, and to me, because I feel differently. If the girl fuck another dude, she obviously ain't yours.
No, she mine.
Facts.
No, she not yours.
Wait,
If
you
she-
said she is, and you said she's
so,
not.
because she not.
I
If
think
she-
she's not.
If she not, like
I think
like
she's
Trap
not.
said, if a car had emotions and could talk and could think, and the car looked up, ran up to another, drove up to another dude and said, "Hey, hop in, let's roll."
You can
You
keep
know-
going.
Now this car ain't mine. No.
And
Ain't
This
mine
car
no
changed-
more.
changed up on me.
And
Call
you
for the
know-
streets. It's called for the
and
streets,
and
man.
you
That's
know
it.
it's my car. The problem is if you know it's my car. Now, if it's just some stranger man that don't know I exist, then no, I'm not.
I
tripping.
thought it was your car, G, but your car chose me.
The car chose the streets.
Now
You're
you
making a
go-
good
now-
argument now. Okay, I'm on your
Your
side.
car
You're
chose
making a
me.
good argument,
Pimps
coach.
get shot.
But I think, but you know, me knowing some pimps, you know,
No, you shoot.
pimps look at it in a different way. If your girl, your hoe chose me,
I'm not a
and
pimp.
if
What if I'm not?
pimp go,
Now
if a
I'm
pimp
back
go,
on your side.
no, if a
now.
pimp go,
Okay.
in the pimp game, if a pimp go fight another nigga because his hoe chose another girl, another pimp, he looked at like, this nigga tender dick pimping out here.
No, I have to go back to glasses
If you-
inside
No.
now.
If I'm a pimp and you
No.
knock my
It's not the same
prostitute,
rules.
That's a different thing.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
not the
game.
same rule.
That's
If
the
you
game.
if I introduce you to my old lady and you sleep with her, you're disrespecting. Let's be honest, bro. It's all guys. We know damn well people do that to disrespect men.
You sleep
No,
with
no,
my
no, no.
You sleep with my old lady, you better have
I-
raped her. Because
Either way, you deserve to get shot.
you raped
Now,
her. Yeah,
shot is
you
different
got it.
now in
Yeah,
that
kill.
in that category.
Even
I
if she
agree with that.
offered you the pussy, she's like, man, you know what? I'm gonna give you some pussy. You better think, wait a minute, ain't you Glass girl? Yeah, but I'm gonna give you some pussy. That Glasses girl should rank high enough in your mind to where you like, you know what? I'm not gonna disrespect that nigga. I know you are his girl.
I
That's
agree with
how
you.
I conduct myself as
I
a
agree.
man.
So now if he comes back and
After
tells
the
you,
fact, though.
should he come back and tell you that she's trying to give him the pussy?
Yes.
For sure. Even though I've been in a situation where I came back and told the nigga didn't believe me. It was weird.
Then what do you do from there though? What do you do from there though? Once he tells you, what do you do from there?
Yeah.
So who?
Now he tells you, do you say something to her about it? You stop fucking with her, and then she go fuck him,
Yeah. I'm gonna just
and
stop
then,
fucking with her.
and then she just goes and fucks him. Now
That's cool.
he should
better
have
not
took the
fuck-
pussy for the first time.
He better not.
He
He better not.
took the
fuck-
pussy and then
He
told
better
you.
not. He better not fuck her. Period.
Not even after you're not fucking with her.
Oh.
This nigga's
I want to hear Coach's take on that
Wait a
one.
minute. Hey, first of all, trap. What you talking about right now? So let me ask you this. Okay, so look, G and Trap relationship is they know each other way longer than me and Trap. So So
Just disclaimer trap.
So no, I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to see what trap is.
I'm not
if he ever gonna meet anybody
I'm
about
not
from me. Like,
that's a question.
He got a disclaimer.
I'm gonna see if you gonna ever meet a lady of mine.
yeah, I'm trying to see if trap ever
disclaimer.
gonna meet
No,
somebody
I'm not that.
I'm dealing with.
Oh, let me tell you
because
something, bro. Let me tell you
Trap's
something
crazy
right
now.
I'm not one of them dudes, B. I don't mess with nobody. My homie, lady, nah, they call me bro. I don't have my homie lady tell them before you listen. Out of all your friends, B, out of all your friends, Trap the only one who ain't never tried to, you know what I'm saying, like that. Like it's been like that. I don't play them games, B. I don't play them.
Lava Girl, I guess, but it changes things when you hear how bad Puff was abusing her. It doesn't change things. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what
Coach, those games.
Yeah, it goes back to that.
Don't change that, right? It doesn't change that. Lava, like, it doesn't. Like, I think he could be a piece of shit that still deserves fair treatment.
But let me
like the system is not karma. Like, white justice in America is not karma for black people. I don't know where this weird space that black people think karma. Satan don't give you karma. Like, karma is a balance of justice. White people would not be the people. The system would not be the person giving balance and justice for you. So even though Puff is a piece of shit for kicking his old lady that way, he still it still matters. If Cudi wanted to save her, he could have called her and was like, "Hey, bro, you beating on this girl like that, nigga. We need to get down."
Or he could have went home.
Respect that. No, I would respect that. He could have called him and said, "Hey, man, your old lady trying to holler at me, dog. Blah, blah." And she was telling him everything that's happened. You never got at Puff. You never checked Puff. You talking about you love this girl, but you sleeping with her, and it's a dude beating on her and telling you that she doing drugs. You don't check him. You don't love her. You saying you in love. You don't know what love is. Because if it was me and I was into somebody like that,
facts.
Like, it been dudes, I called my homeboy. It wasn't even a girl. They wasn't together. They might have just messed around. I called my homie. I was like, "Hey, man, I know y'all messed around. Was y'all together?" "Nah, G. Y'all, like, what's up?" Like, I didn't talk to homies like that. Like, I didn't ask men that question. Feel me? Because I'm never trying to disrespect another man. Mm-hmm. So I didn't ask him. So he could have came and did that. And if he was an all right dude, he could have pressed his line on Puff in the first place. Yeah. You knew she was doing all this. You didn't do nothing.
But I still be confused on when dudes do that. Like I said, I told you the story on Friday. Like, I had a situation like that.
Slapped the girl.
And let me clear that up. Because I did say something that said I laughed after she got smacked. It wasn't because she got smacked that I laughed. It was because
that's why.
Because I did say that.
Yeah,
and then somebody told me that. They're like, I was like, hold up now. It's not because she got smacked I laughed. Now, I don't think it's funny to smack women.
You laugh because her dog ass got caught up.
I laughed because the situation was crazy. Like, it was a weird situation. I'm looking like, what the fuck? Why did he just do that shit?
You laugh because the nigga really did love her.
No,
but anyway, you really did love her.
All I'm saying is, because of that situation, I don't even, if I see a nigga that I fuck with talking to a girl at all, I don't give a fuck if he talked to her for 7 minutes. It's too many women out there for me to be, and it's too many women who find me attractive for me to even get held up on a woman who one of my homeboys is talking to. I don't even want them issues.
Yeah, shout out to P. Cudi risks his business for the code. It's not the code, bro. Be a man. There is no code. The code is to be a man. Being a man means you running accountability. Be a man. He's not going to risk his business by being a man. He knew the just was fair for what he did. If one person knows, Cudi knows how wrong he was. He knows. Trust me, he done ran into Puff multiple times. The thing that has stopped him is knowing that he did some punk shit to that man when it comes to that girl. Feel me? And I agree. Puff could be dogging her out, but that's his broad to dog. If you want to show me a man move, you'd have went and confronted him. "Hey, man, you beating on this girl? Nigga, you could have been a man and pressed your line. You're not being a man because you sleeping with her behind his back. You're not being a man because you doing that. Y'all gotta really kind of step up y'all man shit. Stop thinking this snitch shit is about street shit. It's not. Snitching is rooted in accountability. If you go to jail, don't tell on my crime to not be held accountable for your own crime. It's being a man. Street shit in general is being a man. So if you said something to somebody, you stand up for what you said. You keep making it this ridiculous, silly thing. I get it. You only discovered it in a hip hop song or when black people said it. Black people didn't make up this rule in America. This is a man rule. Man.
Does anybody know this? Because I don't know. did Kid Cudi come at her as he's trying to get at her initially, or did she call him up?
It makes no difference.
Because no,
it makes no difference.
Hold on. It does make a difference.
It doesn't.
It does. Listen. So if he came up to her, I mean, she called him because she was having issues with Puff and she wanted his help because somebody told me this is what happened.
That's not what happened.
Okay. So the reason why I'm asking that is because it make him look less than a man if she reaching out for help and he played on her insecurities to fuck her.
I didn't read that, so I'm not gonna say that.
So he came at her to
Puff introduced them like, hey, I want you to do some music with my girl. And they said they started working in the studio and fell for each other.
So they started working in the studio and fell for each other. Yeah. So she didn't hit him with Puff beating me and all this type of shit, and he felt bad for her.
I'm saying that's not
still wrong.
I'm saying he's wrong. I'm saying he's more wrong if that's the situation.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I said, listen, he's more wrong to me if that's how I played out.
No, but that's
because if she looking for help.
I don't know the depth of it, so I can't say yes.
Okay, so I'm just saying I didn't know. I thought maybe this came out or something. I didn't get it.
But she told him after.
Okay. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know.
After, and then he went to pick her up and take her to a hotel.
Okay. So they was already talking at that point.
They had already messed around, and Puff had already got on it.
So they're making a dog a civilian.
Okay. All right.
So
they're taking a dog.
Because I don't know the chronological order of the situation. I don't know exactly how. Okay, but okay. So that's what happened. Okay.
That's so crazy. It's like it's not the cold P. I'm asking him to be a man.
Yeah. That's
like if I did something wrong to you, P, and then you triple down and did something wrong to me, I'm going to be a man, and we're gonna figure it out between men. I'm not going to run to the police after. Again, not snitching is not a street rule. It existed in outlaw and cowboy days when there were no streets here.
So would it be snitching if she asked for his help and then he called the cops for her?
No, I don't listen. I'm not calling him a snitch now. I'm not calling him a snitch.
So if he was of the culture of street urban culture,
you can't call the police. Period.
So she come to him, she been had her ass.
If you see a woman getting sexually assaulted, you're not supposed to call the police. You're supposed to go over there and get cracking on his ass.
So if a woman that you know came up to you and she was like, hey, I got sexually assaulted. You don't call the cops, you go handle it for her.
Handle it.
Okay.
You go get cracking for go get cracking for bro. You go get cracking. It's like I think that's the problem. People keep hearing these ideas and they don't understand the root of it. It's you're supposed to be the justice in your surroundings. It's not you're supposed to let justice not exist. You're supposed to be the justice in your surroundings. So
you're supposed to be a vigilante. You daredevil.
Yes,
you Batman.
I wouldn't say that.
It's not. Yes, you are. But that's because you took on the cloth of outlaw outside of the law. Now, if you don't, you could be a member of society, but being a member of society also means you have no business buying illegal drugs and doing drugs because society says that's wrong. If you can't find rules and laws you want to break that you think is cool and then don't understand, like people keep saying that Cudi is a civilian because he doesn't break this rule or he ain't shot nobody. Well, dope dealers don't have to shoot nobody. Are they civilians too? They don't have to be violent.
They said because he didn't shoot nobody.
Because they keep thinking a civilian is about gangs,
carrying guns and stuff
versus outlaw.
Okay, so when she found, so this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that when Puffy found out about them, she called Cudi then, and like, hey, Puffy know about us. I'm scared. I need your help. So when she made that initial call, should Cudi have been like, fuck Puffy, you come to me and I'll talk to Puffy and we handle it like men.
That's what I would have respected.
Okay. He was already sneaking around with her. That's already
but I'm saying, but that's my point. That's what I would have. That would have been a man move to me. I would have looked at him like a man.
He should have came home when Puff was at his house.
Because listen,
and deal with it.
You knocked this lady down.
You come to my house.
You say you love this lady. That's what he said. We fell in love. You fell in love with this lady, right? But you not letting. You fell in love with this lady. But you telling me you fell in love with somebody getting
fire
her ass
in here.
You fell in love with somebody getting her ass whooped? Like that's what you fell in love for? And you just didn't say nothing? You never stepped in? You never did nothing? You fell in love. That don't sound like love to me. So again, it's the masculinity. I'm not getting into his business. I'm not gonna call him a rat because I don't think he was trying to not be accountable in the court of law, and that's the driving force of what makes somebody a rat. It's always gonna be split up the middle in that conversation.
I gotta know what kind of magic cat Cassie got to make these men make these.
I don't know. Hundreds of men have had it.
Because this
it's hundreds.
I don't know, man. This is some bad decision making by
these
hundreds of hundreds.
Because
hundreds of hundreds.
Right there.
Yeah,
because he told the truth.
It's
I don't know. It's hundreds of hundreds.
It's hundreds of hundreds.
You told the
She
truth.
might be keeping close to 100.
Hey, Trap. I'm gonna go further than hundreds and hundreds. It's probably thousands.
No. I'm
pulling no bodies. A lot of dudes out here making bad decisions.
Don't pull no bodies in that girl snatch, man. That girl probably got like a close to 100. I know thousands.
Oh, we talking about just Cassie alone. We just talking about her?
Yeah, it's talking about Cassie.
Oh, just Cassie. Okay. I thought we were just talking about men making bad decisions over Cassie.
No. Oh, that's
okay. So we just talking about Cassie.
That's 100,000.
Might be hundreds.
Wait a minute, hold up. Trap. Wait, hold up. Why you so
why you think she might be at like 88.
She from the East Coast?
She lose.
No, she's from the West Coast, actually.
Hey, and that's we're gonna clear that up too, because that's a misnomer that because women have a lot of sex that they lose.
I don't care about all that.
Anybody ever worked the muscle before? The more you work the muscle,
I'm not saying.
I've seen a baby come out of that shit before. Be like, what? No matter.
Out of college.
I'm just saying, like.
But again, that's the point. Shout out to Michael. It would break my heart to hear we lost G Malone to fighting for a chick he don't know, or a chick period that ain't mom's or wife. But Michael, that's the problem.
That's he don't know.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like that mind state is what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? This is the point of like really believing in outlaw. You really have to maintain justice. So while you saying it would break your heart, it shouldn't. It should actually inspire you to always be a man. Like it shouldn't just have to be a woman that's related to me, my mother, my wife, my sister. Any woman that's getting whooped on, somebody should stand up for her. That shit is standard. Again, hey, y'all can solve that later. And if whatever got to happen is what got to happen. But that's what being a man. Don't do it in front of me.
That's it.
Don't do that shit in front of me because it make me look weak.
Yeah.
Don't do that to her in front of me. You do that shit when I'm not here. That's the thing. So I get what you're saying. So, but nah, man, it's that's what being a man is.
Yeah, I get it. Because I think if you feel like you any type of real dude, man, or whatever, and you see some wrongdoing going on I'm not going to even say just women, any wrongdoing to somebody who's weaker than the other person, can't fight back, can't help them. You are supposed to step in, intervene.
Man, hold on. Could y'all do that without me being around?
Yeah,
that always was my thing. Don't do that while I'm here.
Yeah,
it's no way me being a coach of kids that if I come in there and see some kids bullying another kid, I'm just gonna let it rock. Like I gotta step in, I gotta intervene. Hey guys, get up off of them. This is not how we get down here.
Man. Yeah, bro.
That's weak. That's weakness. That's
and I get it. It could cause a conflict, but you can't exist in my space with bullshit. That's not going to work for you. If you're not raising your kid, you can't exist in my space. We're not going to be okay.
I do got a question. We all know some women that are, that's off. Now, if you or a fella or somebody who's off, now if you see them, you could tell that's one day this was gonna happen to them. Like you're gonna get jumped, or you're gonna get something's gonna happen.
Somebody gonna slap you.
Yeah, somebody gonna do you bad. So what about that person? Do we jump in and be like, hey?
It's not that because a person just can't do those things in front of me.
Can I?
So you guys say, hey, take her away while you doing this.
Y'all do that shit. Niggas is notorious. Y'all take that shit somewhere else.
He could get away with the first slap. Say the first slap, bam. He'd be like, whoa, hold on, man. You can't just be whooping her ass in front of me and all this shit.
Take that shit somewhere else, man.
But he probably get off the first slap, and I might see her slap him.
He ain't got one slap.
He got one slap in front of me. Yeah, you get like one slap in, and that's.
I've been in that situation before.
I don't want to be a witness to your crime.
They can't.
Okay.
They can't start yelling too loud. It can't even escalate. If it starts to escalate, bro, get that.
I don't want to be a witness to your crime.
So soon as it
ask me,
not at all.
Hold on,
Take that somewhere else.
King. So as soon as it start escalating, because G said as soon as it start escalating, he like get moving on. So when it start escalating, do you look at the dude and be like, "You got one smack, my man"?
No.
Smack her one time and then you gotta move it.
No.
I'm saying he can get away with hitting her before you be like, oh, it's
Make
not
this
too
smack
far.
your best smack.
Yelling is
No, once the smack happens, yo, chill out, B. You bugging.
But the minute that it gets physical, you get physical, it's different.
Shout out to Royal Jenkins.
You know what I'm saying?
He said like Tupac and Poetic Justice about domestic violence.
Okay.
That's the same thing.
Okay.
It's like, come on, bro. Damn, why are you doing that? It makes me look weak. When people used to want to trip on Stunner Man and them or whatever, don't do that. You're making me look weak.
Yeah.
Do that when I'm not around. Don't do it when I'm around. Don't do it when they come to LA. Don't do that around. You're making me look weak. So that's the outlaw mentality. That's really the mask and the cornerstone of it.
I'm about to change it. So is that why when it goes to the West Coast and East Coast, you get mad at the Bay Area because they make the West Coast look weak by not claiming it?
What?
Somewhat.
Hold on.
I don't know. I don't know the story.
Rewind that back. Rewind selector. The Bay don't claim the West Coast?
No. So what happened was Guap Dad.
Try to act like he don't know.
No, Guap Dad said,
I didn't know that, bro.
The Bay feel how y'all feel about
Buffalo or something.
Buffalo.
They feel like y'all feel about them like that? You saying?
No,
that's y'all Buffalo, you saying?
Yeah, that's our guys. Like we grew up, we don't have that.
Now Buffalo ain't our guys.
Like, yeah, y'all but like Short and 40 and Hammer, like they're us. We don't see them as different. Like we see we see 40, we be like, that nigga, that's our boy.
Yeah.
We don't see a separation. So when Guap Dad was talking and they was like, Guap, drop something. He like, man, that's on, nigga, I ain't no West Coast. I'm from Oakland. Hold up, Playboy.
Wow. I ain't know about that. Said that.
Now again, I can see if you say, oh man, that ain't got nothing to do with me, man. This the West, that ain't got nothing. Don't try to do all that old punk ass shit. You live down here. Niggas could rob you every day and you had to call some LA niggas. You couldn't call an Oakland nigga to save your life to come down here. So don't start talking shit like you trying to break the whole shit on the West. Don't do that.
That's crazy.
That's why
it's funny that we talking about that because I never
know that happened.
So I said that track.
I ain't never looked at
I know that happened.
In which world? But
look at Tupac. I mean, he ain't from Oakland, but he's from.
Fabby was in his comments. Mr. Fab was in his comments saying some shit that was agreeing. Man, I called Fabby and cussed his ass out. Hey, what the hell you talking about? Nigga, I done risked my life to protect. Nigga, we done been down here. Niggas was talking. Nigga, I done did a million things because this the West. Now you getting this little shit because you done had a problem with one nigga. Man, it's the other niggas. I don't care what no nigga out of town say. I don't care what nobody. You niggas stop acting like we not. Nigga, we is together. No, I'm just saying because they don't always include. Nobody always include nobody. Nigga, Compton niggas don't always include Watts niggas. Watts niggas don't always include Inglewood niggas. Inglewood niggas don't. What the fuck they got to do with us?
Long Beach niggas don't always include anybody.
Yeah, what the fuck are we talking about?
Crazy.
Nigga, this the West.
Y'all better not do that shit. Y'all better not do that shit, B. That'd be corny.
That shit right there. Don't do that. And I didn't like that shit at all. So yeah, that's the same
comparison.
Thing. Yeah.
So that just happened recently.
This was when that battle happened with Joey.
Oh, like damn, I didn't know that.
Man said, man, you gonna get in this shit. Which don't get me wrong, you know, I thought it was corny. I didn't want nobody to get in it. Ray Vaughn and Daylight was fine, but whoever wanted to do their thing, cool. But they asked him that. And that wasn't the thing that he was battling. It was a thing when he said, oh, well, I ain't from the West Coast. I'm from Oakland. Bitch, Oakland is on the West Coast. What the fuck you talking about?
He said,
I can see a man saying something like that, B.
You know it. Cuss his motherfucker.
He need to go back to school. Like, he need to figure out, I don't know.
Not to mention, it's a real bond, bro. We're not like niggas Short and 40, right? It's like Dog and Cube. Nigga, it's the same thing. We don't see them as no different. Nigga, this is the West. Nigga, when I go to Oakland, I don't feel like I'm going nowhere. Nigga, I'm home. Nigga, this is right. Nigga, and if you don't feel like that, then that's your problem. But don't publicly try to make us look stupid. Don't try to show
Portland and Washington. You always feel at home on the West Coast.
Yeah, nigga, it don't matter where I'm at. Nigga, this the West
Coast.
Hold on. So y'all claiming Washington too?
Hell yeah,
nigga, that's the West Coast, nigga. What the fuck?
Nah, you bugging. Don't go. No. I don't claim Jersey, nigga. You bugging out right now, B.
Yeah, yo,
I don't claim Pennsylvania.
Not DC,
no.
Washington talking about Washington State.
I know you're talking about right above y'all.
Yeah, that's the
Jersey,
West,
right across the bridge. I don't claim Jersey.
No,
Jersey shit.
Jersey is east though. Jersey is the east.
They don't really claim these coasts.
That's no Jersey.
New York City niggas.
even though they on the East Coast.
They say New York. Their thing is New York.
We got 5 boroughs.
It's not. So this is going.
But I got a homeboy from Jersey.
New York.
I ain't gonna let you defend New York. I got a homeboy from Jersey. All he ever said is he always talk East Coast nigga. I'm an East Coast nigga. I'm East Coast
they
nigga.
saying everybody.
They'll say East Coast. We gonna say New York.
Say New York. And when they say New York, they don't mean a state. They mean specifically.
Trap.
The
You are y'all tripping out there, man.
No, we not. No, we
That's
not.
how they do. They say.
I'm not gonna represent the fucking nigga from Virginia.
East Coast.
I'm not representing a nigga from Connecticut. Connecticut's Connecticut.
This is why Joey can't win because of y'all.
Yeah.
No,
I see
I'm
the
not doing
comparison again with the Bay Area, New York, Buffalo, and everywhere around. I see it.
That's the same state, though, y'all. It's the same
It's
state.
different. It's different. Why? Oh, y'all do the same thing upstate though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I said that. See, I said that, but I didn't know y'all looked at them the way that we looked at but we don't. Look, right? I'll be honest.
They look at the world. Yeah, they look at everybody.
It's a complex, some complex shit. But I'm be honest with you though, right? The reason why we are the way we are is 2 reasons, right? So it's like if you out of town and like you run into somebody from out of town and they be like, yo, he from New York too. They be like, where you from in New York? I'm from Binghamton. That's not New York, bro. When you think of New York, do you think of Binghamton when you think of New York?
Where is that place?
When any one of y'all, hold on. When any one of y'all, when y'all think of New York, what do y'all think of?
I think of all the shit.
5 boroughs.
No, you don't.
I definitely don't think of the 5 boroughs.
But
you think of the 5 boroughs. You think of the 5 boroughs. That's it.
Also did great in geography, AP geography, so I understand it's a state.
Get the hell out of here.
Telling you the truth.
What's up, Coach? Trap, when you say what do we think about New York? Is it a New York thing or the East Coast thing?
It's New York.
It's New York, bro.
So everybody on the East Coast claim the East Coast except New York.
So
Florida
don't.
Florida don't accept East Coast.
Trap. You don't think you look at yourself like an East Coast dude, or you just
look at myself as being a Queens dude. A Queens dude.
So you're not an East Coast dude.
The problem is when they come out, they only say East Coast. They don't really say East Coast, honestly.
They don't. It's the state, bro. It's your state. It's your state, bro. Yeah, that's y'all shit. Yeah.
They don't really.
Okay, I see what you're saying, Trap.
Yeah, it's the state, bro. We represent the state.
On you guys, we make it that we call you guys.
We don't. We really don't say. We don't really. That's some hip hop shit.
Okay.
We don't really say. He right. We don't really say East Coast.
I don't know if that's true.
No, it is true, bro.
Older people that say
because
East
you know
Coast,
why? You know why it's true?
There'll be somebody not from the city of New York.
Let me ask you this, right?
Other people connect. Don't get me wrong. Everybody gonna say where they from. It's not just New York, like, or the boroughs. Like, everybody gonna be like, oh, I'm from this specific place, especially if that place got pride. Like we say Watts or Coach, from Inglewood or somebody from Compton or somebody from Long Beach. But West Coast is how we've always identified since the 90s, right? Because of hip hop kind of forced it down our throat, and then we embraced it.
So are you West Coast? Are you Watch or West Coast first?
I'm from 7th Street Crip first.
Okay, but that ain't the question. Are you?
I'm telling you, they keep going out and out.
So so first is 7th Street Crip, and then it's Watch, then it's West Coast.
Then it's Compton, then it's West Coast.
No, it's Compton, then LA, then West Coast.
Yeah, there you go. LA, because LA can come out too, like somebody don't know.
Okay, I got a question. So where did the term East Coast come from? East Coast Crips come from?
Double XL.
Yeah, they did all that shit.
That's what I'm saying. I was just because people might mistake stuff. So I'm just asking that question.
No, so because 110 separates LA, they were saying they didn't say East Side. They used to say East Coast.
Okay.
That was saying the east side of Los Angeles. East Coast Crips is there. I remember
because there's an East Coast Crips, and that's like, how did they get their
originally
name?
The 9-0 were supposed to be West Coast Crips. They were.
Mm-hmm.
They were West Coast Crips. 9-0 West Coast Crips.
And the freeway came.
No. This is after the freeway. So the East Coast started the West Coast, which was that became the alliance for the 9-0s. In Long Beach, in West Side Long Beach, they still have the gang that the 9-0 started. They call them West Coast Crips. Rolling 80s.
Okay.
West Side Long Beach on Santa Fe.
Yeah.
So y'all niggas tripping, man. Y'all got to put West above anything else.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't like that. That's like
hip hop.
Like when trying to do that same shit with the Buffalo shit.
Once you take your show on the road, you're gonna realize how fast you from the West Coast.
This nigga shocked me. He said, "I'm shit." I was like,
well,
what?
because I'm talking to somebody right here. Right? If I'm talking to somebody right here,
I was rattled.
But as soon as I get out of California, right, then it's the West Coast.
That's if you get off the West, because when I'm down here, I say I'm from the North up there.
Yeah.
I don't say the West Coast.
Yeah. You say that once you leave this motherfucker.
Yeah.
The difference with them,
Tacoma up north.
The difference with them,
but they know it's West Coast.
They say New York. Period. You don't even got to know. I mean, and also the town's been more marketed.
Mm-hmm.
Their town's been more marketed.
No,
so like Queens, nigga. I've been watching movies about Queens since the 80s. So their town is marketed. Like if you
since the Warriors.
Like if you tell somebody right now, if you from let's say you from Gardena, as soon as you leave, people may not know what that is. Like they know what it is in Minnesota because they got shotguns out there. Some people know, but that's what you say. Yeah. Identify trap. It's gonna be hard for trap. It's gonna be hard for trap to go anywhere in the world. Excuse me, in the United States and say I'm from Queens and all of us not know what he's talking about.
I don't know Queens. Is.
Yes, you do. Get out of here. Yo, listen. The first thing they say, right? When I tell somebody from Quebec, when they say glasses, no matter where I go, they go, "You from Queensbridge?" Like, no, I'm not from Queensbridge, bro.
That's they cross the beer.
Know what I'm saying?
You're fed Nas Bridge is the only
thing. They think Queensbridge is the whole Queens.
Queens or Worcester Bridge.
I'm from Inglewood. If I hear Queens, I'm thinking Queen Street.
Queen Street. Get out of here.
The most famous borough in the United States of America is Brooklyn.
Okay.
Everybody probably heard of Brooklyn.
Okay.
The most famous. You say Brooklyn, nobody.
It could be Brooklyn or the Bronx too. It could be the Bronx too. The Bronx. No,
Brooklyn
first, think it's Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, extreme New York, bro. Not in New. Obviously, when I go to New York, it's different. But I'm saying Brooklyn is that one thing that
that's the one everybody know about. That's the one bro everybody know about.
Because it's all like it's really all close.
Bronx
down the dirt. You heard
it's right there.
Brooklyn is number one. Queens is
and your favorite never get mentioned though. Your favorite never get mentioned.
That's true. Y'all don't show love to Staten Island. That's true.
That's your favorite. They'll never get mentioned.
Yeah, rich people don't get love. Staten Island rich people.
No, Staten Island.
White people.
The street white people.
There's some Italians out there, and then you got
Harlem is famous. The Bronx is famous. Brooklyn famous. Queens famous.
That's the 5 boroughs.
But Wu-Tang kind of made them famous though.
But that's what I'm saying. You only know them because of
Wu-Tang. That's it.
Brooklyn is like bigger than Biggie, and to be honest,
got the Brooklyn Dodgers. Got the Brooklyn Dodgers, man.
Yeah, like they didn't expand Brooklyn, like niggas, like maybe to a kid, but like Brooklyn was like well represented before rap.
Mm-hmm. Brooklyn probably is outside of Bronx. Outside of New York, probably Brooklyn is probably the most famous.
It's Brooklyn and the Bronx. It's Brooklyn and the Bronx.
Yeah,
Brooklyn and the Bronx. I think black people. I think we kind of resonate with Harlem a little bit.
I don't know. I say Harlem, bro. I forgot.
Harlem's
Manhattan, though. That's Manhattan, though. I don't know. Manhattan might be on the list too, though, beef.
Yeah, Harlem. I still think Brooklyn weirdly.
Nah, I think it might be Manhattan, B.
So you think if you went all around the world and you asked, hey, where is this at? And you was like, if you want to ask a place in New York, the first place, well, you know what?
It might be Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is just.
I think it's Brooklyn. I think it's Brooklyn.
Brooklyn just been around for some reason, dog.
But Manhattan is just so like when you think of New York, you think of how Manhattan looked though.
Or old BX.
The big buildings, the skyscrapers.
Or BX.
Where is their Dow Jones and stuff? What boroughs is that? Manhattan?
That's Manhattan.
What's that?
That's a whole borough itself.
Where the bull is at? Where the bull is at?
That's Staten Island.
The bull is in Manhattan. It's like on 57.
No, Manhattan. Yeah, Manhattan is on. Well, no, Manhattan is not a borough.
What is Manhattan?
Manhattan's a borough. Manhattan's a borough. Manhattan. The thing about Manhattan is this, though. The thing about Manhattan,
because
it's on an
Harlem
island.
is
part of
it's uptown Manhattan, right? To some degree.
Yeah. Harlem, uptown Manhattan.
Hey, Trap. Huh? This coming from a real West Coast dude who finally went to the East Coast for his first time last week.
Man, you was out here, man. Why you didn't tell me?
I was out here. I was like in Virginia, Baltimore.
Okay.
Hey, they consider that the South.
Do they consider Virginia the South?
That's the sticks. That's the sticks right there, man. That's the South.
Hey, so look, Trap. Hey, what do y'all consider Coney Island out there?
Coney Island. All right, so it's a couple spots. Coney Island is Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn, but it's like his own spot though. Like it's 2 spots like that. It's Coney Island and it's Far Rockaway. And both of them are where the beaches is at. It's just like they
like Queens, but it's not.
Yeah, exactly. Far Rockaway is Queens, but it's just different. Nobody goes out like that's it's a whole nother place right there. But I know y'all probably got a spot out there like that in California.
I remember growing up, I thought Coney Island was I thought it was an amusement park.
It is. It's an amusement park there.
But I just thought that's what it was.
Like, no. That's a whole area. It's a beach there and all that shit. Like they don't. Yeah, Coney Island. It's an amusement park there. I used to go there every year for Easter, man. Word, and that shit always get is some wild shit going on out there. Coney Island. Wild.
How come Jersey and New York don't get along?
Because they don't know how to play their position.
They're what?
They don't know how to play their position. You know what I'm saying?
Dirty Jersey.
Yeah, why?
They gotta understand. Like it's just. A lot of places though, this is what it be though, B. A lot of places be having complex, B. They be having we don't think nothing of them. We don't feel no way about them. They always feel like we feel some way about them. You know what I'm saying? So they approach it with a complex all the time. You know what I'm saying? They approach it with a complex. Like you can't compare Jersey to New York. You know what I mean? Jersey's Jersey though. Like Newark, New Jersey, that shit is just like they get right out there.
Maybe
you know what I'm saying? Orange.
Like Jersey is really like like
little brother shit.
You know.
Newark get loose.
Is it because they took your NFL teams?
Newark get busy. What you say?
Is it because they took your NFL teams?
No, man. We took an area over there to put an NFL team. We took their shit and put an NFL team there.
I can't tell. They team. New Jersey.
And they should say New York. We took their area and said, yo, this is our spot. We getting money here, nigga. We getting money here. Fuck out of here. We took their spot, B.
Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn,
Manhattan, Harlem.
So what you? I think LA. I think y'all got it for California, right? LA is. When I think California, I think LA.
So what makes LA different is Los Angeles. The city is huge, and a lot of things that you hear us say are neighborhoods in Los Angeles.
Okay.
They feel like they're their own cities. Like I was explaining to King, Pacoima is in the city of Los Angeles. It's a neighborhood in the city. Hollywood's a neighborhood in the city of Los Angeles. Watts is a neighborhood.
That's crazy.
In the city of Los Angeles. San Pedro is a neighborhood in the city of Los Angeles. So it's a lot of those. Like there's only very few Comptons. That's his own city with his own mayor. Inglewood. You know what I mean? But a lot of places.
Long Beach? What's Long Beach? Long Beach is his own city?
Same thing. Long Beach is his own city. Gardena.
Long Beach gets his own state.
So I always say this. To West Side Los Angeles niggas, even some of the deeper, the low bottom east sides, Long Beach feels like Staten Island.
Damn.
Like there's never a reason for Coach to go to.
You don't go over there. Ain't that with Snoop from?
Huh?
That was Snoop from, right?
Yeah.
That's only like 20 miles away, 15 miles away.
Snoop from. That's where Warren from. Snoop from. All of them, Vince, all of them, but they from different parts of Long Beach. Snoop and Warren from the same place. Snoop, Warren, Nate, Dash, all of them from the same place. Vince from the north. That's like right next to Compton.
But this is another thing that G be saying when he be talking about gangbanging. Like, see, G is a diplomat. Like,
Coach been waiting for this.
No, I'm saying, but G be talking crazy. Like everybody was just going everywhere when they was gangbanging and stuff. Like, G, I didn't even know I went to Compton when I was a grown man.
Yeah, but that's because Inglewood has everything.
I didn't go. I didn't even know. I was like, "Oh, this is Compton,
city, right?"
Oh, Inglewood's a complete everything.
You know, I didn't go to Watts till I was a grown man, and when I went out there, and I get everything these niggas be when they call Inglewood soft and all that. I said, "Yeah, I get it. I get why y'all saying
it's
that
not
shit."
Soft. It's just rich.
See, and now I get why they saying it. Because at first, when growing up in Inglewood, I was like, "Rich nigga, what?" But when I went to Watts, I said, "Oh, y'all niggas is grimy. Y'all niggas living like this." I was like rubbing my
project.
I was like,
"You want to go back to Inglewood?"
I said, well, let me go back to my one room with 7 people because this shit. Hey, y'all don't got windows. Where y'all screens at? Like, yeah, Watts was different. Like when I went out there, I got it then. I was like, I see why niggas.
No, yeah, Watts is like in a square mile. There's 4 housing projects.
Yeah, that shit is
just in the simple square mile. It's probably less.
Yeah,
but when you grow up a certain way, you know, like exploring and just going to other neighborhoods, it's just you. You know,
but when you grow up, he acting like everybody was exploring back in the. No, that's not.
I
did not explore. I stayed in Inglewood. This is where I'm at. I went to go visit family in the jungles in Long Beach, and when I went out there, I felt like I was out of the country.
There was no limits to where I could go. I felt like I could just go anywhere because the type of person I thought I was.
Niggas made me feel unwelcomed, and I did not feel welcomed in. I did not feel welcome.
Inglewood nigga in Long Beach.
Yeah, I did not feel welcome out there.
Gotta be like
you can tell the difference though. Like you
would
know the
complete
difference.
Culture shock.
I have family members coming from other places.
And it's 30 miles difference.
Not even that far.
No, nigga, I have
family. It's probably 12 miles.
I have a cultural difference
from Inglewood to Long Beach is 10 miles.
And the culture changes that drastic.
It's a different country, bro.
So it's like this, right? Long Beach is like crazy because Long Beach, like the ghetto part of Long Beach, is small.
Okay.
Right. Like, well, theoretically, what we call the east side of Long Beach, in theory, on the map is central Long Beach. So when we say the east side, we're saying it's because it's east of what we would call the west side, the Santa Fe.
Yeah.
But it's really this small area. If you go to what would be the east side geographically, it's a suburb. It's funny because when I think of Long Beach, it is like Staten Island. It's this where the niggas is at, and then there's a bunch of other white people that's doing okay. Like Long Beach is a place, bro, you could be poor as fuck and rich as fuck and live in the same place. A lot of people that grew up were on our side of the 110, their first apartment was in Long Beach. Like on the west side, it was Hawthorne. Like on our side, it was Long Beach. Everybody's first apartment was in Long Beach. You could go to this, get an apartment for $300, $400.
The good old days.
Yeah, I'm saying, but this is that apartment, right? Put it to you like this. You see how high all this shit is? That apartment still probably about 900. It ain't that much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
wow, that was a spot for real.
Yeah, like, so that shit would be cracking. So
just grinding.
Long Beach is one of those places where you could be extremely poor and live there, or extremely wealthy and live there.
But that's not Inglewood.
Yes, Inglewood is close to that. Same thing.
Inglewood is close.
It's got rich parts and poor parts.
Poor necessarily.
I didn't see that much of the nice parts, but it is some nice parts.
Theoretically, you could be poor because you could do the jungles or you could do the Avs.
In Inglewood,
and those are really poor places.
Inglewood is the bottoms,
and not the Avs, because I take that back. The Avs is some money too, unless you're in them little apartments.
Yeah, I lived on the low apartments on the Avs.
Oh, he really making himself look poor. Huh?
No, I'm saying that's where I grew up. I grew up on the Avs.
I grew up on look poor.
I grew up on 99.
In that little poor apartment.
My apartment was not the best.
No, it's not. But that's not what we talking about. I'm
yeah,
saying
but
you could be. Inglewood always has some really expensive houses. But they do have the jungles. You know what I'm saying? Long Beach is like that. Long Beach is like
Inglewood got the bottoms, not the jungles.
Yeah, excuse me, the bottoms.
The bottoms.
Bottoms. You correct.
Yeah, because the jungles was another area.
What's funny is the jungles are nicer than the bottoms.
Yeah, I know, but he defended
Inglewood. The gangbanging is probably just as bad, but the gangbanging is definitely just as bad. But the bottoms is actually a project.
Yeah,
I grew up one street away from the bottom. I grew up on the other street.
Complex. But like in Long Beach, it's different. Like Long Beach got projects. Like the Carmelitos, like Long Beach got a place where you could be extremely poor. And I mean, it's a decent sized area. You could be poor as shit. And then you could be filthy fucking rich and still live in Long Beach.
He's real. Here's facts.
Like they got some houses in Long Beach. One of the first houses I was going to buy was on this golf course. Like Long Beach, you can go live in Belmont Shores. When my first studio was at, we called it the University. You know what I mean? That's our joke now for it. In Signal Hills, that's expensive.
Yeah, I know Signal Hill is. When
Signal Hill is
Signal Hill. That looked
so. It's funny that we compare Long Beach to Staten Island, but that's really kind of how it is to most people from LA. I just happen to grew up close, so I've been going to Long Beach my whole life.
But it took you until you was 30-something to go.
No, not 30-something. Like in my early 20s, because I have family all over the place. I have family in Long Beach, so I went to go visit my family when I got into college, and I went over there and I felt unwelcome. But I felt unwelcome when I went to Watts. I felt I was like in my early 20s. I was like, I'll never come back. Like I didn't like nothing out there.
So Long Beach, back to the point though, Long Beach is all Crips.
Yeah, Long Beach all Crips.
Well, Inglewood does have some blood, some Crips. They're on the they're outside.
I didn't know we had Crips in Inglewood till I was grown.
Yeah, because if you in the center of Inglewood, there is not a Crip inside.
Yeah, I did not know we had Crips.
So they're on the outskirts of Inglewood.
Yeah, like the IBCs are right there.
But Long Beach is fully Crips and Long Beach.
I thought IBCs was police at first. I said the cops.
No outskirts or nothing.
No.
Wow, that's heavy. That the whole city is and nothing else.
So it's like Inglewood is known for Bloods. Long Beach is known for Crips. So like if one person go to the other one, it's like you like a fish out of water.
So, but Compton and Watts and stuff, they're kind of mingled with different.
Yeah,
different
because
gangs.
Compton is gonna be all Pirus. Like they have a Piru high school, right? Which is like Centennial. And then you have Compton, which is a Crip high school. Then you have Dominguez, and different people go there.
Yeah.
Watts is like, Watts, everybody go. There ain't enough schools. The only school you don't want to go to is the one behind the Jordan Downs because that's in the Jordan Downs. Jordan High School.
That's part of the Watts 2 schools.
Yep, Locke and Jordan.
And you don't want to go to Jordan Downs if you live in Watts.
Well, imagine you from Bonnie Hunter and you go to Jordan High School. You probably have a problem chasing your ass home every day.
So that's some shit I gotta go through out there, boy. Yeah. That's some shit I gotta go through, man. So why that shit ain't making up north though? What happened with that? Can you explain that?
Yeah, but what make it up north?
The gang stuff. They make it like up to Oakland and like
They do have it right, so they don't have it in Oakland specifically, but Oakland kind of started blackness on the west.
Some Bloods up north,
but they got Bloods, and as soon as you get to Sacramento,
I know Sacramento got it. Yeah, I know Sacramento too.
San Jose, Sacramento, they're not. There's no Crips and Bloods in Oakland, but there's even now some kind of gangs in Frisco like that. But I don't know. Shit, I really never thought it was something to share.
They said they want to let y'all in there. From what I heard, they want to let y'all in there.
Who want a piece of credit?
I don't think nobody tried to start nothing in Oakland. I don't think gangs try to start nothing. Like there are some stories like that, but usually you hustle.
Come on now. I heard that song by Ice Cube, B. Y'all, yeah, come on now.
No, that wasn't
that shit world.
But you forget why they were doing that. They was some real piece of shit niggas taking dope somewhere. So they made niggas that was local feel involved. But it was really for the dope. Niggas wasn't going to start no fucking gang somewhere for the sake of it. Them dirty bastards were selling dope. So that's how Tacoma had to start his own gang because niggas from LA was a code.
Niggas from LA came up there trying to run this motherfucker.
Like LA,
correct.
Like LA niggas do.
They did what they do.
Portland got Crips and Bloods.
But you got to stand up for yourself.
Got Crips and Bloods. Nevada got Crips and Bloods, and they not just
stand up for themselves. Y'all niggas like, get in line.
Tacoma, Shawnee,
niggas
Denver got Crips and
They had a great idea. We loved it.
That's why they hold their hat on that shit like that. And they ain't let that shit get in there. Yeah.
But Oakland is different. Like it's kind of like
them Panthers kept y'all up out of there, B.
No.
Well, you might have a better point.
I just think they're just older black people too. Like the streets is older for black people in Oakland.
And Oakland's more organic, I think. Oakland, San Francisco still are more organic, natural with old blackness and stuff. They still got an old touch
it's
there.
A different thing.
Yeah, it's
like
different.
how y'all feel about LA and blackness is Oakland.
Yeah, it's different. Oakland's the history, like you said the other day. Oakland's a lot of history.
It's just really black. You know what I mean? So they got gangs. They just not named Crips.
They're organic. They're still, the black.
They got blocks. They got blocks.
They try to act like they better than niggas. They be like, yeah, we don't got that gangbang shit up here.
I know. I heard that.
Yeah, this is it. They still got African name gangs and stuff like that up there.
Wild, though. Like that's just.
It's funny. They be like, they'll be like, bro, y'all know it's not different. They be like, no, it's just different because y'all got Crips. I'm like, there's no such thing.
Stay off my church.
There's no such thing as the. They talk to you like it's colors. They be like the Crips. I'm like, bro, there's no the Crips. It's a bunch of individual turfs.
The Crips.
They be like, man, y'all got Crips versus Bloods. I'm like, that is a movie.
And Oakland might be worse and violent than way worse than
I know.
Hey, people don't know Oakland might be the
man.
I've heard.
Talk about crime.
Tier boys up there, man.
I feel like when people say Blood versus Crips, that you really ain't never been to LA ever.
You can't, because it just sounds
like
crazy.
Like Blood versus Crips. Like that's just crazy.
It'd be like the Blood.
I grew up, I didn't even know. Only Crips I knew was my family members, and I fought a bunch of Bloods. Like I never fought a Crip in my life. Yeah. Like that's the crazy thing about it. I never fought one Crip in my whole life because he lived in our area.
They be like the Crips,
but that goes back.
They be like the white shows. They be doing gang documentaries. They be like, and here we are, this territory, the Crips.
Yeah, like it was crazy when people say Blood versus Crips.
Hey, but
more Crips got beef with other Crips than
every last one.
Facts.
I keep telling people it's one Blood to every 100 Crips in Los Angeles.
Man, facts.
If you a real Blood, you have to be a different kind of nigga because you're gonna run into a fight all the time.
Hey, Trap.
Unless you stay in your area.
Trap. Most of the black groups and stuff that was started in history was to protect us, the black people. The black groups that was started was to protect something for the black culture. You know, was it oppression, or was it protection, or was it just making sure things were safe? We never started any black groups to just be malicious.
No.
You see what I'm saying? It turned that way because the way people became aggressive to these black groups.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But we never started anything, you know, out of maliciously. Even gangs, that's what I'm going to even gangs wasn't started out maliciously.
No. I always say this, when you really hear the story of how Raymond Washington started, like he wanted to be a part of the Avenues, which was the older guys. And
yeah, the Black Panther theory thinking.
No, everybody at that time had inspiration. So this is where it gets tricky, right? The dude that started Crips was a 15, 16-year-old dude. He was trying to be a part of this older group called the Avenues. The Avenues was Barry White was a part of the business.
I remember the story now.
The Godfather. The Avenues. So it's like, when he wanted to be an Avenue, they didn't accept him.
Can we get the voices?
They didn't accept him into the Avenue. They shut him down. So he started his own. A 16-year-old boy started his own thing. So he didn't have elder advice because the elders was a part of the Avenues. But his thing spread like wildfire, and then they had to try to figure it out later. And what was you gonna write at 16?
I think people, like I said, I think people really get gangbanging wrong, bro. I think anywhere you go in the world, and it's been happening since the beginning of the time, wherever you at, it be some cliques, it be some stuff over there, and it don't matter why it's get made, but wherever you at, people click up, people get. Yeah, you don't even pick your like if you a real gangbanger, really was like wherever you was at is where you was from. Like you didn't go. It'd be weird when niggas like I'm from
campus to campus.
Yeah, like
y'all ever been to like an African wedding when they start calling out the tribes and shit though, different tribes and everything like that. That shit be looking crazy.
Even like in them tribes, man, it's funny that you said that, because I was just chilling with my homegirl, and she's a Yoba. I forgot what they called out there. It's like
probably a certain tribes. You probably a certain tribe. Yeah, they all in tribes. Yeah,
it's Yoruba or something like that, and then there's another group out there, and they hate each other. And it made me feel like Hotel Rwanda, bro. Like she was talking about the other group. Oh, they low class, they this, they trash, they that. I'm sitting there like, wow.
You both black, huh?
Yeah.
But it's because she was born on a certain area in Nigeria. If she would have been born in the other area, she would have been that. She would have been this.
A different tribe.
When I was growing up in Inglewood, I just looked. These was my friends. I didn't even know what we was from. I just looked. I was just running around hanging with my homies.
That's real gangbanging.
Like, yeah, I didn't even know.
Other people tell you what you is for. You said
exactly. I had no clue.
So Coach is a gang member.
I'm not a gang.
Everybody from LA is a gangbanger who grew up in Los Angeles.
Let them say so. Coach is a gang.
Man, I'm
every
don't put that on him. Don't put that on his jacket.
Black person.
Coach is saying it himself.
No, every black person.
I ain't him say it.
Is the truth.
It's friends. He said, I've been kicking it with friends and didn't know what they was. I've been with them all my life.
Yeah, you just kind of grew up in there.
I just
but
grew
they
up
didn't have a.
You don't have to be put on in every game.
They didn't have a name to his crew. They didn't have a name of his crew. You got to be a name put to it.
You know,
but I'm not Glasses though. I'm not, Glasses.
So you coming clean.
So no, I'm saying Glasses is a gangbanger to me. Like he.
Oh, so you went a whip. So you went a whip then. You saying you went a whip.
You don't get away
no,
with
like I grew up with friends, bro. Like I grew up with my friends and stuff. These are my homeboys, and this is who I grew up with at the time. And like, we had our little people that we hung out with. If somebody, bro, it's like with any facet of life. I moved out here. I made friends, and if somebody ran up on my friends, we gonna fuck you. We gonna fight you. It's everybody gangbanging.
But see, you would be the positive gang member. You're supposed to say you
are. He try to act like they ain't got no gang.
Yeah, he try to act like this bad, man.
I never got the same shit.
I ain't never came on this show and said gangbanging is terrible. Gangbanging is bad.
There you go.
I'm not. Hey, what's homegirl name?
Bard.
No.
Chevy. Where's Chevy been at? I ain't seen Chevy in a minute.
I've never said gangbanging
is
Chevy terrible. Around?
Nah.
Oh man.
No, I never said nothing like that. Because I understood growing up.
But you said you was a civilian. You did say that.
I am a civilian.
Listen, the way I look at gangs is simple, right? It's like I respect every gang. Mm-hmm. It don't matter where it's at. Like I go to Newark, right? Newark got Grape Street Crips, a lot of Crips, a lot of blood. It's serious. New York, a lot of Crips, a lot of Bloods. It's serious. Memphis, a lot of Crips, a lot of Bloods. I don't play with them people. Because them gangs existed. People act like the couple people formed a gang. No, these were people that have been running around and fucking up, and then they just retitled the name.
Yeah, just took a name from somewhere.
Nigga, they still a regular gang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all the same energy, unless you one of them dudes that go around campus to see where you're going to enroll.
And that's crazy. That I never understood that. I never got that. Like that's craziness. I remember my dad got mad at me because I grew up in Inglewood. You know, my dad is not, you know, he from over there.
Wow.
No, I'm just saying, he from where he was from.
You're right, Glasses.
But he got mad at me because
he's over there just waving his hand.
No, I'm just saying, but he was from where he was from. And
ocean.
Where's he from?
He from the ocean with the rest of them.
Nah.
So you can't even say where his dad from.
I never said that.
You can't even say where his dad from.
Hey, my whole family is Crips, and my Glass is my homeboy. He's a girl. I don't even look at that. I don't do that. None of that. But I ain't know nobody. But no, my dad is my family is real old gangbangers, and they really, you know, like I said, but he got mad at me because I grew up he had to understand I grew up in Inglewood. It was only one way I could go.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't it wasn't like I could.
Your dad used to get mad at you?
Yeah, he said
Glasses.
Of course.
Did.
My dad got mad at me. I didn't know Glasses back then, but
okay.
But like I said, but if I've met Crips growing up, that became some of my best friends. Yeah, you know, best homies.
Everybody in LA, if you go anywhere.
Exactly.
You meet anybody, you're gonna have friends that's from everywhere. Mm-hmm. That's why I always say you're not really gangbanging unless you take your thing on the road.
I ain't never seen no Crip and was like, I hate them.
Say that again.
Unless you take your gangbanging on the road, you're not doing it right.
And why you think you need to take it on the road?
Because that's when you really going to see. You really gonna run into somebody who might not like you. Really gonna run into different people. Like that's the point of it. It's the fellowship of it all. That's really, to me, that's the point of any social group. Mm-hmm. No matter if it's a Crip or a Mason, the goal is to fellowship with other people. Mm-hmm. So if you from a community, right, you want to fellowship with other people.
But see, Glasses got a different way of thinking about it. Like he's really thoughtful about gangbanging. Like he thinks about it. He understands. Like I feel like if everybody gangbang like Glasses gangbang would be different to me.
It probably wouldn't be happening.
Like possibly. I said that's you know, I think
it's way more. Like I told my homies we should give certain people scholarships. They looked at me crazy. That'd be hard. A scholarship to USC in the name of 7th Street Crip.
I'm with it. Trust me. I'm with all the
feds to come take a nigga to jail today. Yeah. So like, you motherfuckers.
I'm with that. Like, you got to beat them like that.
Yeah.
You like that ideal trap.
A college scholarship in the name of 7th Street.
7th Street.
I want to actually make scholarship.
Yeah, for real. I'm down.
I want to make the first Crip scholarship.
Could you only go to certain schools or could you?
No, you can go anywhere the scholarship take.
That represent blue.
Exactly. You going to be a blue devil.
Yeah, you going to blue. You going to go play. You going to go school for blue.
Imagine you try to broker
cut out USC's cut out.
Imagine you try to broker that dude. Look, dude.
Exactly.
We got this thing going because we're going to send all the motherfucking students with these scholarships. No, I'm saying I think it should be dope. Like I think that's an important point.
No, I agree with you.
Killer Mike did something really dope for me. I can't really announce it yet, but Trap, we talked about it before. One of the things I want to do with that company was do some things like that.
Okay, yeah.
Create levels of scholarship, create programs in that name. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be dope.
I actually talked to Glasses about a while ago about that's my problem with gangbanging. That's my real issue with gangbanging. They need to monetize it, and they need to.
So have no direction.
Like no direction. They need to monetize it. They need to have some direction.
Some is starting to.
Let me ask you a question.
It is too.
Your goals of making cripping, you know what I'm saying, or gangbanging look less, you know what I'm saying? Like just taking something off and letting people basically not look at it towards the lens they've been looking at it at. Is that for a reason? Like what are you looking at, you know what I'm saying?
I just think it has more to offer to black people than just this ridiculous reputation that's a little bit inflamed.
So why can't the Crips become like the Masons, Trap?
Because of the Crips.
That's a good one. Because
of the Crips.
Just answer that.
I think it would have to be. I think it would have to be a lot in order to pull that off. Though I think that the label of the stigma or what it has, what it's looked upon as when you're thinking about Crips and gangbanging and stuff like that. you have to figure out a way to get people to get past everything that was already.
That's what we're trying to do now. Is we're trying to get them past
it's
that.
It's gonna be tough though.
Yeah, because we got people like you.
No, I don't got no. Listen, man, I ain't got no problem with all that, man. That's not even my. You see me talk about that? I sit over here and be quiet. I don't got no. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but like G is right.
I'm messing with you, Trap.
I know. It's just too open. It's too many.
And it don't have no direction.
Yeah, it don't have no direction. It's too open. We need more gangbangers like Glasses. To be honest with you, like thinking on that.
We don't need more. See, that's what you gotta say.
No, when I say more trap, I'm not saying that we need to get more gangbangers. I'm saying
we're not saying we're gonna take you to court.
We need to get more leaders to stand up.
Yeah, we need
talk this way.
You gotta be thinking the right way.
You have to shift it into the direction that you want it to go. So somebody has to shift it.
And Glasses said he's tripling down on being that one.
Because the thing
you got to start with a politician, a gang member politician first.
There it is. We're talking to right now.
Who would be the better
Glasses?
Glasses the
that's
diplomat.
Your plan. Oh, that's Glasses' plan.
No, that's stupid. But it's Snoop be the president. You got to be the mayor.
I got you.
You're gonna be on the committee.
Why do you do that? Why do you do that?
When you name in the head.
It's politics.
I don't believe in
that's what makes you so great, because you stay straightforward with everything you say.
Straightforward.
Politics
cater to emotions. It's not really solving problems. I don't want to cater to emotion. That's bad gang banging. That's wrong gang banging.
That's why you don't. That's why politics need to change.
You can't be a successful politician without catering to emotions. That's the job. Listen, somebody gets shot at a school. You're like, I need to ban all the guns. That's the best politician. Not actually I try to solve shit for people on Twitter. They cuss me out.
Maybe we need a board.
That's are you trying to solve the problem? Maybe we want you to cater to our emotions. We hate Puffy. We don't care. Hate Puffy. That's what you need to do. Hate Puff.
Maybe we need a board of directors. Maybe we need a board of directors, and you should be on the board for sure.
Oh, so he wants you to build a new
we need a board of directors for Chris.
Look, he wants you to build a new Illuminati.
He needs direction.
Look, that's what he wants you to do.
Say Snoop, the CEO.
No, that nigga could be a mayor. Snoop is a type of person that could be a mayor.
But say we're not doing politics. We're not doing politics.
Yes.
We're doing the board.
No. Glasses has to do something that fits Glasses. Okay, well, make all this stuff really.
Can you be an advocate?
Yes, but that's not the point, right? It's like I agree in the sense that it should be corporate business, but that's not politician. Politician is
that's why they know politics.
Yeah, politics is all, but like that's made for Dog. Dog is like that. He kind of will cater to people's emotions. I'm not good at that, bro. Like I just can't watch injustices. That's my problem now. If I just shut up, I will have 250,000 followers. If I would just say what they want me to say, I know exactly what I need to say to galvanize a Kendrick fan, to galvanize a Drake fan. And the thing that's the most important to me is I know how to say the right thing to make everybody feel better. But what's more important to me is being transparent with you and telling you the truth. That's not good for politics.
But I think you said it right, though. I don't think that gangbanging should be political. Because
I think it could. Yeah, it could.
But I don't think it should be, because you said it needs direction. Well, I don't think politics give you direction.
Every gangbanger is a little different, right? Like Dog is different than me. I'm me.
That's right? A good thing, though.
Dog really could be a mayor. Dog could be a mayor because he understands people's emotions, all that. I understand people's emotions, but I don't care. Like, what's more important to me, look, R. Kelly slept with girls that was 14, 15, 16. Everybody sees that, they freak out. I don't freak out. I see it as a socially thing. If he breaking the law, y'all got to arrest him, put him in jail. Simple, cut and dry. That's me. I don't have no more disdain for him. I don't have a disdain. That it's not nothing. That's not politics. So for me, it's like I would rather fight even for him to get justice as the worst brother. That's not good for politics. Politics is all about catering to people's emotions.
But see, but that's why I said no politics then.
No, I'm saying for Glass, yes, I agree. But I'm saying you could run a whole organization. But no, for Dog, it'll be perfect for Snoop.
But like I said, I don't think that gangbang should be political. I think it should be ran like more of a business, more of like it got to be more of a business. Like business got to be more streamlined.
But I feel the same about hip hop. Like hip hop and crippin' is the same to me, right? I know that sounds crazy because it was built at the same time. I think we're undershooting the actual influence we have on mainstream globe, right? I was telling Mike the same thing. I was telling Killer Mike this. the fact that we're barely just getting into restaurants, like you got Trill Burgers, now we got Marathon Burgers.
Okay,
we're
you got me.
Neighbor,
you got me.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I'm with you. No, I agree. I'm saying the same thing should be done for Crips or Bloods. Like, it's time to shift the energy
I agree.
into a better place, because it's not going anywhere. Like, my homies want me to argue and tell people not. I get why they want to gangbang. I'm telling you, why would you want them to be a part? To me, that's the real question. The question ain't to some kid, why would he want to gangbang? He looking at Snoop Dogg. He looking at Quick. He looking at any other nigga in the neighborhood that got a nice car. My question is, what value does that person bring to the community?
Exactly. I agree. And I can't be cripping or blooding for 50 years.
He said cripping or blood.
I'm just saying, cripping or blooding. Yeah, whatever you're doing. I can't be doing that for 50 years and be poor.
You should never be doing crime and be poor.
But I don't. But like Glasses said, at this point in time, I don't even know if
you can
cripping
be
should be. Yeah, you can't. I don't even know if cripping.
To be honest,
cripping should be criminal at this point.
It don't make no sense.
Yeah, at
because
this point, you should be industrious. Like, you should be.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
yes,
I like that. That's what I think, because of where we're at now. Like, everything start off a little loose, but then what do you do?
Exactly.
What do you do with
it? Got to grow.
And this is where I was talking to Dog about the same thing. What are you gonna do with it? Like, I like how he carried this stuff. That's what I'm telling him. I'm like, I like how you represent it. You showing people that we could be a million more things. Well, it should be the same thing on every level. People should look at people from their community. Just because they from this clique, that don't mean they there to hurt you.
Right.
And people also will stop taking it and internalizing it like it's a way to go out and hurt people. Because it ain't just one way or the other. It ain't just a fear for nothing, but it's also how people feel like it galvanizes them in power, where it could also give you a respectable idea if you let it. It's time to do something better with it, because it's going to exist and the people that's involved. So one of the artist things is like a Crip scholarship to me.
I was just about to get back to that. That would be awesome. Like, why we don't have like Glasses got that the Crip store.
Yeah.
Crip store should be on blocks. It should be on the streets. Like, you should, in your area, 7th Street Crip store. That should be in Watts somewhere,
because it's available.
So you talk about brick and mortar now?
No,
just period.
By now, it gangbanging should be.
Oh, you talk about on that level? Okay, I see what you're saying.
Shout out to Lawrence Freeman. He said here in Chicago, the roots of it will be different.
The building, a clubhouse, all that shit.
Like Lance said, it should be some scholarships. We should be sending Crips to school to become lawyers.
That's funny though, because the days changed from having clubhouses and places they hang out where people pay for.
But that's why also the experience and culture is kind of lame. You know what I mean? Because they're like, hip hop was a blessing, right? Because you could see a culture really easy, right? Like, the only way you could see Compton in 1980 was to go to an NWA concert. You heard about it, but now you could see the culture. We're past that now. Now we could look on our phones and we could see Compton through some nigga named, D-Lo, and D-Lo is just driving through Compton.
That's just driving through
talking. You know what I mean? So the art is no longer, the arts and elements that New York created is no longer the only boarding pass that you can go into that culture. So like, it's time to expand it because it exists and it's not going nowhere.
But that Crip and hip hop analogy you made, or comparison you made, that was at first I didn't know you was going with it, but after you start talking about it, I get it. I think that's true. I think hip hop could be hip hop should even be in a better place by now. Yeah,
I agree.
Sure.
Yeah, and that was my point. Like, even hip hop to me, which is a street urban culture that's ascending, right? But it's still nowhere close to where it should be.
Hip hop ain't close to rock and roll. Like, and we should be
crazy.
Yeah,
we keep selling it. Keep selling it. That's why.
As influential as hip hop is, it should be.
Man, I want to open up. So this is how I look at it. There's certain things I want to do as a Crip, and there's certain things I want to do as a hip hop artist. One thing I want to open up is a optometry store, the first hip hop optometry store.
Glasses,
right? Straight up a spot.
Never had a man with bifocals.
You know what I mean? And it's a hip hop store, hip hop optometry store. So it's like, I thought that, like, the fact that Currency needs a Chevrolet dealership. Currency and Killer Mike should have a Chevrolet dealership. Like, we should have hip hop in every mainstream space because we have that type of influence. Marathon Burger gonna go crazy. Trill Burger go crazy. So everybody's trying to, I'm not mad at people trying to enter white spaces, but I'm saying the goal is to colonize mainstream America with hip hop ideas.
I agree.
know what I mean? Because that's our shit.
I was saying that
agree.
to somebody the other day about the Native Americans and stuff, and I was going back in history and how the government tried to put them on these reservations. But now you look at them 40 years later, they making a killing on them little ass reservations now. They done flipped that shit around, and now they making billions of dollars. And like we don't look at it. We don't look at that as a black culture or black people and say, damn.
It's funny that you said that, King, because they doing so well on the reservations that white people coming back to want some of that.
Taxes,
Like, hold up,
all that
stuff.
part of the land. They had this little shit out here. They turned that shit
into multi-billion-dollar
What's that
industry.
shit? What's the name of that spot?
We got a Mohegan Sun out here. So we got
you talking about,
that's way out there.
Yeah, I can't even remember what it's called now.
That motherfucker, that land was fucked up. They was like, y'all can have it. This is y'all reparations. Here go y'all little land. But they turned that desert shit into the niggas be out at all that shit.
But I want us as
on a vacation. It's a vacation resort.
Look at things like that and say, damn, we could turn our lives if we just band together.
Well, first off, we just got
do that.
The system would actually have to give us the bullshit land that they owe, but that's a different.
I think we just band ourselves together. We could do that.
Well, I mean, that's why you couldn't compare it to Indians because the natives, they gave native people land. That was the first thing, economics and land.
Yeah.
They did give them some barren shit. It was barren.
They turned that shit around.
But what's that place it be on the news all the time?
Which one?
La 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 la, let's get it.
Oh. I know the Ramondo
I can't think of it.
Something like Ramondo or Ramondo.
No, it's something else. They used to have it used to be a different name, but now that all the people perform there.
It's the
something. It's M. I think it starts with an M. But it's like it's one of the places, one of these.
I know you're talking about,
and they just got that shit popping.
Morongo, I think it is.
Morongo.
Yeah,
Morongo. Yeah, something like that.
Is one, but it's like they turned that shit into all of them spots, and that shit popping.
Yeah,
Changa, Morongo.
But you know what's so crazy is like in our reservations, nobody could move on them but Native Americans in them areas. No whites, no blacks, unless you. And it's so crazy. I'd be like, they got whole areas.
Yeah. But that's because America gave that to them.
Yeah.
That wasn't, they didn't band together with their little coins.
No. America gave it to them. So they put up a fight to even get that.
But that's why my argument always been for reparations.
They fought to get that.
Because it's not all of them, it's the few mine, and then it supplies the whole communities to some. Because my homeboy that's native said there's a lot of ghettos on them shit.
Oh yeah,
for sure. I've been over there.
Still don't got casinos in some places.
It's poor in some of these places.
Yeah, it's still poor.
It look bad. Yeah, it looks bad in some of these places.
Well, No Siblings Live lunch hour every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Pacific Standard Time, right here on Digital Soapbox. Click the thumbs up button. I don't know how many likes we got. How many likes we got, Trap?
Yeah, Trap. I lost my job to you.
Oh man, you ain't got it. Let me go check. Then I'm gonna get you. Put it in the chat.
No.
Put it in the chat. I don't know.
How many likes we got, Trap?
Fats. How many we got? Fats. How many we got? Fats.
How many likes?
Who's the moderator today?
Squish. I didn't even see Squish. Maybe Squish.
Fat's been doing his thing up in there the whole time.
I got him doing numbers. Hit that like button. Yeah, we do this stream to support the No Siblings podcast. Dropping a fresh episode tomorrow. Should be really good. We expound on that whole Cudi shit and civilian idea. Make sure y'all check it out. You can listen to it on iHeart Podcast, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcast from. The No Siblings Podcast, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. We'll get about this thing, man. I'll see y'all Wednesday.
All right, Wednesday, y'all.